What's up, Doodle Clubbers and Chroma Clubbers? Today is another edition of Ask CCH. Well, I've been working on the virtual world some more, and here's the latest demo. I fixed some things that I got some feedback on. So first, you draw your little avatar. I improved the controls. The controls weren't as good. I'm just going to draw a little stick figure. And okay, there we go. Then I hit play. Okay, so here's your character, and then some people wanted it so that the animals move around, so now you can see the animals move around. I also made it so that some of the trees actually have magical gel on them. Hang on. And if you click on it, then it drops the gel. As you can see, the colors, okay, so I click on this, it kind of drops this gel, and you can pick it up. And then also you look at the different markers, right? And I think someone asked about the fire markers, and so here's some fire, and I'm improving that. And also, by the way, all the different colors now, they actually represent the colors associated with that marker. Before it was just pre-made colors. And then another cool thing that actually one of the club members mentioned, which I really liked, was the idea of having like a green blob. And then that would be like one of the kind of enemies or bosses. And then what you can do is you can actually kind of try to erase it. So you go there, you go back, you tap the eraser, and you can start erasing the green blob. And as you finally erase it, it'll drop. Once you erase it completely, it'll drop a green color. So these little like kind of mini puzzles or mini kind of quests will help you find colors inside the game. So that's what I have, and as you can see, there's the day-night cycle. Whoops. So there you go. That's what I have so far. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the markers and some of the interface. Oh, by the way, we have bases here. People are like, hey, let's add a base. So what you can do is, and this is kind of really simple right now, but you can select a base like a tree, right? And so that's your little 3D tree. And then you can start coloring it in as you want it to be. So I can use a brick and I can just make this tree base, basically kind of color in the base parts with whatever I want to color in. Then you can hardly see that, I agree. And hopefully it'll turn, let me see if I can actually just add some fire around here so maybe you can see it better. Okay, hopefully that'll light it up better. But, so there you go. So that's what I have so far. Let me know what you think. I'm working on the chat and the multiplayer. By the way, there's the chat right up here where you can type stuff and it'll be like, cool. And then finally it'll show that you typed it up. And so that's where I'm at with the virtual world. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what feedback you have. And what do you think the next steps should be? Now on to Ask CCH. Let's go. And let's go to jobs. And I'm going to make this really quick. So here we go. Artsiana asks, do you have an idea of what the next week will be? Yes, we've actually decided on what the next week will be. The next week will be boss week. And in boss week, what you'll do is you'll come up with bosses and what the player needs to do to defeat them that we'll put in the virtual world. So you saw that green blob character, right? That you saw in the virtual world that you had to kind of go on and try to erase. You're going to have to come up with other new interesting boss ideas that you can actually erase in the virtual world, or defeat in some way in the virtual world. Like maybe you have to like draw some gel around them. Maybe you have to erase their little character or their enemy thing or whatever it is. Okay, Gothic Goddess asks, will you shout out my channel and show the viewers? It's Addison B. By the way, when will the virtual world come out? Okay, as you can see, I'm working on the virtual world. I think I can actually get a lot more done now that some of the basics are in place. Let me know what you think of the virtual world and any feedback you have. I want to make sure it's at least somewhat fun before I kind of release it and iterate on it. Okay, I'm not going to visit your channel today, but I think I'll do it another time. But I will say that, hey, you can visit Addison Beeb's channel by going to Addison space Beeb. And yeah, so there you go. And okay, the next question is, and so next time what I'll do is I'll visit your channel. Okay, so make sure you have some Doodle Club videos, Addison, so that I can point people to those. Okay, Diamond Gem asks, what do you do when you need help and DCH is not there? Do you get other people, especially when being cyberbullied or something? Yes. I think we're going to actually be more proactive with getting some official DC mods, and some people have been testing out the new concept, and maybe you'll be able to go to them. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking into it, and we'll go from there. Red Lovers asks, how long did you play Doodle Club, Chroma Club? Well, Doodle Club was released in 2011, and I've been playing since then. The social area was kind of released towards the end of 2012, and I've been playing, that. So it's been about 2011, 2015. So it's been about almost 4.5 years now, and I've been thinking about this for probably like 5 or even longer years. So it's been a while. Bella and Emojis asks, when will Virtual World start? Is there a curtain date, and will we celebrate it? That's a good idea. We should celebrate it. So I think we will do that. As for when the Virtual World will start, look, I'm working to make it fun. I've been showing you what I have. You have to give me feedback. You have to tell me what to change, what to make it fun. I want to first make sure that people want to play it for at least 10 minutes. And I think I'm at least getting closer to doing that. And then we'll see what happens, and I'll decide what to do. Donnie Fangirl asks, how do you pick what doodles go on Doodle of the Day? Do you pick, or does someone else? Actually, it's kind of automatic. What happens is that we look at doodles that are 3 days old, and the doodles that have the most likes in the first 3 days of their existence get on Doodle of the Day. So we just take the top 10 of those things. So if you get usually 20 or 30 likes in the first 3 days of your doodle's release, you'll get on Doodle of the Day. What's your favorite dessert? I like ice cream. Guess what? I actually like ice cream cake, so kind of close to what you like. That's my favorite dessert. Blood Demon asks, what's your favorite movie and show? And if you could become invisible, what would you do? Okay, my favorite movie would be Back to the Future. At this point, there are other movies that I also like, but Back to the Future, I don't know why, it just kind of inspires me. Where I can constantly watch it over and over. There are very few movies that I can watch over and over again. That's one of them. And then my show, at this point, my favorite show would be either some of the Star Trek stuff that I'm just listening to, like watching, but also Shark Tank. I think that's kind of been my most recent interesting show. And if you could become invisible, what would you do? I would do random acts of kindness. Okay, Forever on Computer asks, did the price of name change? I thought the price was 500 Doodle coins, but when I went to change it, it was 5,000 Doodle coins. Maybe at one time it was really cheap, but yeah, now it's 5,000. I think it used to be 10,000, so we actually have a discount right now. Okay, and then finally, Forever asks, will the VW Virtual World be available for iPods as well? Yes, that's the plan. So first I have to make sure it's fun, and that's what I'm working on now, and then we'll go from there. So that's it for today. Thanks for all of the questions, and embrace the power of the doodle. Take care.